Greetings. Today I want to welcome you to a very special interview. I decided to invite one of my favorite students to accompany me and help me um, gain some insight about my work, the things that I'm doing, and my process. So, you know, what better thing to do would be to interview or to have an interview by someone who knows you and works with you often. So, uh, everyone knows who I am. My name is Brother L, and our guest today, the interviewer.
My name is Aubri.
Okay, awesome. So awesome. So, we got to pay attention to the camera and not the monitor. But so, Aubrey has composed a bunch of questions that we'll go through.
Yes.
So, how did you come up with these questions?
Well, I thought it in my mind and I came up with it and I wanted to ask you for a long time.
Okay, cool. All right. So check it out. Let's just go through those questions and proceed on with this interview.
So, why do you make music?
Well, I make music because I enjoy being creative, and it's a space that allows me to, touch people in a particular way, inspire them, make them feel better, and overall, it's a very cool thing to do because I get to use all these fun tools to express myself.
Well, have you ever had fun? Like, have you ever had fun and like enjoying your music and stuff?
Of course, I always have fun. As a matter of fact, I have too much fun making music. You know, it's a big misconception for most people that they realize, or society has told them that, you can't have a job or do a particular work and have fun at the same time. It's not serious. And that's not true. I have fun all the time working with students, making my own music, uh, and creating these really interesting compositions. Yeah.
Okay, I have another question for you. What kind of music do you make?
So that's a good question. I make electronic music, and
And what is electronic music?
well, electronic music is based on composition using electronic tools like synthesizers, samplers, sequencers. Not necessarily traditional instruments, although there are some hybridized versions of when you can work with, let's just say a recorder, like the recorder that I'm teaching you to play, and then, working with a synthesizer. So, yeah, it's quite interesting. I like it because there are many science concepts involved. I like it because, well, it's some really cool tools, and I get to program them in a manner that suits me. So, with electronic music, one of the things that drew me to it is that I'm able to express myself in a very particular way.
Well, that's good.
Thank
And
you.
why do you need all this stuff to make music?
Well, I don't really need all of these tools. I have a lot of samplers and sequencers all around the room, right? But uh, what's most important is the approach and how I approach using them to express an idea.
So, do the music give you ideas, or you get yourself from your ideas?
What's the music? Well, I get ideas from all around, not necessarily from the music. The music is an expression of the idea, right? And ideas come from just, people, uh, sounds that I hear, places that I go, conversations that I've had with people. Um, and yeah,
And do music that other people make makes you do music?
Oh, that's good. Is that kind of like saying, do others inspire me to make music? Yeah, of course. In general, I'm inspired by a lot of things, and people are high on that totem pole of inspiration. You know, there's so many great composers, artists, and just generally great people who have existed that inspire me to continue to create.
The next question is, do you like to do art and music at pretty much at the same time?
That's a good question because you know me. So, of course, I love making art as well. And in my mind, there's no separation between art and music. As a matter of fact, it's the same to me. Uh, you know, I could work with some colors. Colors have frequency. Frequency is representative of sound. Frequency is representative of light. Um, but I think the same skill set apply with making all art, whether it's music, dance, visual arts like painting or, you know, composing on a computer or an analog synthesizer or sequencer. The same skill sets apply. You know, you utilize bits and pieces of tools to make a greater thing.
So, I have another question. So, do people know that you do both? Like, do people know that you do music and art?
Yeah. I think so now because I'm allowing people more into my practice, and I've been showing more things, and I've come up with this festival called the Sandbox Symphony, which you've been a number of times, you know. Yeah, so it's a fun place, and that's kind of a convergence of art and music, but it's a celebration of culture as well. So, you know, I try to celebrate the indigenous arts in the community and just bring people together in a manner that really transforms the space, and that space is, you know, Oakwood Beach.
So, are you going to have another one of those sandbox symphonies?
Oh yes, oh yes.
And when is that going to be?
Well, hopefully it'll be August. What is it? This August, the second Saturday of August, all the time. So every year I have it the same time the Bud Billiken Parade happens. So just after the Bud Billiken Parade ends, I have the Sandbox Symphony, and I hope to have it this year. Last year we had a digital version because of COVID-19 and, you know, the lockdowns and just being safe, you know. But if things open up in a manner that we can have a safe gathering, you know, on the beach, it's gonna happen. And if it doesn't happen in a safe gathering way, it'll still happen. You know, like I said, I did a digital version.
Like all your family's going to come there.
Oh yeah, with family and different things, friends.
Are you going to put your art in a museum?
Ooh. Well, I haven't had any offers for my art in museums just yet, but I've shown a number of times. That's kind of weird that you say, because when you make a sound and you make music, I performed in many museums, right? So my sound existed in those spaces. So, well, if my sound existed in those spaces, then my art is still there, right? That's one way to think about it. But a visual piece that's hanging in the museum or some sculpture, no, not that way. But I'm really interested in things that, you know, can be temporary that have a lasting effect. And that's kind of how Sandbox Symphony is. So we dress the beach in a gallery, right? But that gallery is really expansive, but at the end, we take it down. Yeah.
So, Can art go with music?
Can art is music. They're synonymous. They're the same to me, and I think everyone, but not everyone feels that way. Yeah.
How did you start creating your art?
How did I start creating my art?
How did you come up with it?
So,
Where did you get it from?
where did I get it from? I got it from my experiences. You know, I got it from just living. I got it from, being around interesting people, and developing the art based on, my experiences, and I had to learn the instruments. So at one time I was studying piano, and then, I got hip to drum machines and samplers. I would say my earliest compositions came really because I was enamored. I just really love hip hop, and hip hop was.
I love it too.
Oh, you do? Awesome. Yeah, hip hop was my way into music. It became a way that even till today, I feel that permeates all of my music. You understand what that word permeates means?
Not really.
I mean, it's woven into everything. It's woven into the fabric of what I do. Hip hop is my aesthetic.
So it's like moving into your brain that you like it.
Absolutely.
Okay. How and when did you figure out you like art and music?
Ooh. Well, I think early on, when we sit back and we paint here, how'd you figure that out? I mean, you just know that you like and enjoy it, right?
Yeah, when you just first hear it, you just...
Right. It's a mood. It's a how you feel. You see a set of colors and you're like, ooh, I want to use this color. I'll pick this color, right? So that's kind of how I pick sounds. Like sounds go together just like colors go together.
What is your favorite part about making music and art? Talk about the music first, then art.
Favorite part. There's so many favorite parts. But the ability to express myself creatively. So I could think of something and then produce a sound from my mind and then show it to you. And it could be representative of my thought, meaning that I've made something that didn't exist before. That's my favorite part of being a creative, is that I get a chance to make cool stuff all the time.
I love being creative. I love drawing and stuff, and I love, playing a beat with boxes and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. I think we're kind of alike in that way. So, yeah.
Yeah, and that's...
And I didn't address the art, but it's kind of the same thing. It's that it's that thing about being creative and being able to express yourself.
Well, that's all the questions I got for you. So, yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you for the interview, and we're gonna get into making some art. I think we maybe will paint or we'll play with clay.
Yeah, clay and probably.
Okay.
Clay.
And then I'm gonna play with my synthesizer while you play with the clay, and then vice versa. No?
That's a good thing.
Okay. Cool.
Okay, bye.
Well, bye everyone. Thanks for watching.
My name is Aubri, unless you forget, and I'm 7 years old and I turn 8.
All right. Cool. Peace.